everybody and welcome to CFC Fan TV. Now we have something extremely important to discuss today, and unfortunately for the majority of you I think you're going to find it very bad news. Costa has recently come out and said that Conte has sent him some form of a text message or some message saying that he is not in his plans for next season. That comes as a shock to most of us. I think when anybody ever asks me, is Diego staying at Chelsea, is he going to go in the summer, people always assume that it's going to be Diego's decision whether he leaves. I think he's actually publicly said that he would only ever want to leave Chelsea if it was to go back to Atletico Madrid. And I always agree with that. I don't think it's a case of him going to a Chinese club now. I think he's still very young. I think the offer to go and play for a Chinese club later on in his career will still be there, and the money will still be there if he wants to go. I think for now, if you're a young player, why on earth would you want to go and move all the way over there, move your family all the way over there when you've got, you know, huge clubs that would want you in England and the rest of Europe. Having said that, like I say, we all thought that it was going to be Costa's decision. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem the way that it's going. Conte, I think what we've got to realise about Conte's team now, or having Antonio Conte as a manager, is that he plays players based on performance and not on their name. So the likes of Fabregas, for instance, this season, we haven't seen him playing as much as he would have done under Jose Mourinho. I mean, Mourinho played him for practically the whole of the season, even though he was one of our worst players. And yeah, I think we've got to realise that anybody that he signs now, it's going to be based, yeah, okay, you're going to have some big names coming in, of course. You know, you sign big names because you think they're going to be, you think their reliability is going to be there, you think they're going to be full of confidence, you think they're going to score loads of goals or whatever their position they're playing in, you know, keep clean sheets, etc. But Conte doesn't care about big names. He's played the likes of Victor Moses this season, who, in my eyes, is the main reason why we won the league. He was absolutely fantastic. We definitely struggled when he was out injured. And Costa, I think, for Conte, maybe is a little bit, he's not, when Costa's good, he is absolutely brilliant. I think he scored 20 goals in 35 appearances this season. You know, that's fantastic, but he did go missing for the last part of the season. I think they had one little spat, didn't they, along the way, but I don't think that would have been enough to sway Conte's decision. I think he's basing it purely on the fact that he wants players that are consistently good throughout the whole of the season, and unfortunately, I don't think Costa falls into that category. I'm a big fan of Costa. I've always gone back and forth with him. Sometimes I questioned maybe in the first couple of years he was here whether his attitude was right, but I think this season he's really toned it down, and actually, you know, first part of the season when he was scoring all his goals, I really saw a change in him, and I like the way he played. You know, he's still got that aggression, yet he didn't have, you know, that anger in him to get a red card, to get yellow cards, to get sent off, things like that. So for me, it is a bit of a shame. He's definitely going to go down as, I think, one of Chelsea's, you know, greatest players. I think he's been superb for us over the years. I think it's always nice to have a character on the team. He's definitely got that, you know, fire factor, hasn't he? Everybody comes and they want to see Costa play. However, I think for me, going forward with Conte's team, with his ideology, I completely trust everything that Conte does. And the turning point for me actually was probably when we played against Tottenham in the FA Cup and we put out that team. We thought, what on earth, what team is this? And he ended up bringing on the likes of Hazard towards the end when Tottenham were extremely tired, and it just showed an absolute masterclass for him and how he decides to lay out his team. And I fully trust what he does, and I think going forward we all have to trust what he does. And if Costa isn't in his plans, if this is all completely true, then I myself fully support Conte. I don't know what Rory and Charlie think. I think Rory's definitely a big Costa fan. But yeah, that leaves us with who we're actually going to sign instead. Lukaku is obviously the big name that's swirling about. Apparently he's made an agreement with a new club. The rumour is Chelsea. His first spell with us wasn't that great. I think coming back he will be a different player. I think he'll definitely be an improved player. Whether or not he has the confidence to play for Chelsea, I don't know. I always say it's completely different. You see the likes of, you know, Cuadrado going over and scoring God knows how many goals when really they had an absolutely shameful season with us. And I think to play for Chelsea, you have to be a really strong-minded person. You have to be able to take a lot of criticism, and you have to be able to perform extremely well, basically in your first 90 minutes that you play. I mean, the only player I actually can remember really that took quite a while to sit in was Ramirez, and he ended up being obviously one of our greats. But yeah, I think for a striker, if you're not scoring goals from the second you walk in the door, then you're in trouble. So yeah, comment below, guys. Do you think Lukaku is a suitable replacement for Costa? Would you rather us sign someone else? If so, let me know who. Yeah, like I said, I'm team Antonio Conte on this one, although it'd be so sad to see Costa go, and I appreciate everything he's done for the club. I think moving forward, we need consistency, and I want a striker that's, you know, yeah, they're going to have their bad days, but I want him to be really consistent throughout the whole of the season and not drop off halfway through. So yeah, comment below, guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you all super soon. Go on, Blues.